Hello everyone, and welcome to the first episode of Waxing Pixels for 2018. Waxing Pixels, our live Tuesday show on Twitch, as well as our Thursday podcast. I'm Josie, and with me I've got Heather.
Hi.
And Ryan.
Hey.
I'm too excited right now. Hi. I keep waving. Hello.
I think somebody's missing.
And Frank is missing. I was about to say something, and we had to stop your waving. But yeah, so Frank isn't here, as you can see. He is still visiting family, very far away, in whatever land he's from.
Very far away.
Whatever land he's from. I'm not exactly sure. I went to high school, but I don't know exactly where he's from.
I went to high school, but I don't know where he's from.
So,
good job.
Good job.
Good job.
Pull up the chat so I can see it.
Pull up the chat.
I mean,
we all have our phones, so we can do this.
Well, I didn't want to do the two-step authentication.
Oh, okay. Thingy. Well, I got this right here, too. So, yes, sorry, no Frank this week, but we're still here. Hopefully you still love us.
We've been gone for too long.
We have been. How long have we been gone?
I think we've been gone for like 2 to 3 weeks.
2-3 weeks?
2
weeks?
Yeah, 2.
I want to say 2. Yeah.
Probably 2 weeks.
So what were you doing for 2 weeks?
I was spending time with family, actually.
Okay.
So I did one last broadcast on Twitch. I think the Saturday after you guys left.
2 years? Only I was able to take off 2 years.
2 years.
2 years.
And, alright, so you did one last podcast when?
Let's see, I did, I think the Saturday after you guys left. Okay. I did Skyrim VR. And then after that, my relatives came over. I mean, like, both my sisters came over with their boyfriends. And then we also...
Did you fight them to make sure they were worthy?
Oh, yeah, they're worthy because they're gamers and they love the show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
they love the show.
Awesome.
Okay,
yeah.
That's enough.
You automatically get a gold star in my book,
which
guys.
is automatically, yes. And, well, I am going to cover this all on the What You're Playing segment, but, yeah, I did introduce one of them to VR.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah.
We'll definitely talk about that.
But, yeah, really cool people. We had a lot of food, but, you know...
Lots of food.
And we also played, like, a lot of games, too, but not on Twitch, but still...
Yeah, when it comes to food, there was lots of food, and we can't eat the way that
same
we
way used to.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
impossible.
I actually couldn't finish all the meals.
Well, like, we were eating, like, Midwestern portions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which are just huge.
They, like, you know how normally you go to, like, a restaurant somewhere and you might get enough that you actually have to take some home?
Yeah.
Like, you go to, like, now, like, add another third to that portion, and that's, like, Midwestern portions.
Right.
Like, it keeps you warm when it's -9 out, when you've got a bit of fat on you.
Right, which,
So,
Gabe, yeah, hopefully you don't freeze. I know that today the high back home was -2.
Jeez.
So that's in freedom units. That's not in...
freedom height.
Yeah, it's freedom height, not Celsius.
Not communist.
I really should learn Celsius and metric in general because it just makes more sense. Freedom units can be a little stupid.
Don't like... Isn't, like, alcohol done in metric and stuff like that for, like...
but I would be able to convert my weight to, like, kilogram instead of pounds, or, you know, be able to know my height in centimeters.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure if I wrote it down somewhere I'd remember, but I wouldn't be able to convert it in my head. Like, I can't do that. I'm not that good at that sort of thing. Okay. Yeah, guessing Thanksgiving wore us out. It's possible.
It is.
It's
we
possible.
had a really good Thanksgiving, like, here.
Yeah,
With, like, Ryan and a bunch of other people, Frank.
But
so Frank sat at the kids' table. It was fun.
It was his table.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. He was the only one there.
He was the only child.
But yeah, so if you can notice, my voice is really fucked up because I got sick the weekend before we flew out for Christmas. So I left work early Saturday night, in bed for the next 3 days. Tuesday night, we had to be up at LAX to leave. So partway through Tuesday, I had to get up and, like, be a human being. So had to clean and pack and whatever. and then we flew out. Actually, the flights were not bad.
They were smooth.
They were great. Like, the last flight from Detroit to here, it was kind of bumpy, but it wasn't like a big deal. Like, it was bumpy enough to where, like, it was like a light bumpiness for long enough that I got an upset stomach from it. But other than that, like, we watched Atomic Blonde.
We watched Atomic Blonde.
And we watched Batman and Harley.
Yeah, Batman and Harley Quinn, like, on the plane.
On the plane.
On the plane.
Like, they have personal little TVs in front of you, and you can plug in your headsets.
Yeah, and then it wasn't just movies. They had TV shows, they had podcasts, they had radio stations. So, that was pretty cool. And they also had, like, the standard, like map thing that showed you, like, how fast you were traveling and where you were. And how much longer the flight had. Which Delta was who we flew with, so...
Oh, it's like, did you have to pay for the movies?
No.
No.
Wow. No. It was just there.
No, if we would have had to pay for it, I'd been like, screw this.
Yeah, we'd been like, fuck no.
Like I would have played a lot more Final Fantasy Tactics while I was gone.
Right.
Which movie is so weird to you, Joe? Atomic Blonde or Batman and Harley? I will say that I was... There were many times that I was, like, actually disappointed with Batman and Harley. Just some of the animation was just no bueno. So, Harley,
Batman and Harley,
it just,
like,
I don't know.
I feel like that universe has gotten to the point where, like, the people who created it are now just kind of, like, doing a parody of itself.
Yeah, I could see that. Like, okay, you did not watch the opening to that movie. You missed it entirely. You were on your phone. And there was internet.
A very serious email.
There's
we had internet. So he was
for like
she was on his phone. Or
you guys are flying in the future.
Person here was on their phone, and so completely missed the opening, which was hilarious. I thought it was great. Probably the best part of the movie, honestly. But yeah, I was disappointed in it. I mean, I'm glad I watched it, but yeah, I probably won't take the time to watch it again. That's for sure. But yeah, I was sick the whole fucking week. That sucked.
I got sick right at the end.
Yes. And we rented a car. We will never fly home again without renting a car.
That car was amazing.
It was great. It was fabulous. We got there. Okay, Ryan, so we rented a car through Hertz.
Okay.
And it was an economy class car. And I think it was like supposed to be a Kia or something like that. And we get to the counter and the lady was like, oh, we just started this thing 3 days ago. We just tell you what lot to go to and it'll have the class of car that you reserved and you just pick one, whichever one you want.
The keys are already inside.
So we just walked over to the lot and we were walking up. And I see a blue car, and I'm thinking to myself, I want that blue car because it's blue.
And
it's something different.
And I was walking up right beside her, and I'm looking, and I see that blue car, and I'm all like, I want that blue car. So, like, we both, like, she's like, hey, you see that blue car? I'm like, oh my God, I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah. So it was a 2017 Toyota Yaris.
Oh, a Yaris.
Blue. It was nice.
It was amazing.
We liked that car. It was fantastic.
Fantastic.
And we drove well over 600 miles while we were home.
Damn.
Because our schedule was so screwed
Back and forth between Illinois and
So
Indiana.
we were like in Indianapolis, and we drove 2 hours south to my dad's house, and then an hour west to my sister's house, and then we would drive 2 more hours back up north, and then drive an hour west for grandparents' house, and then over 2 hours south to my dad's, and then an hour over from her sister's, and like that was the whole trip. It was ridiculous. So we drove well over 600 miles this entire trip, and we only had to put 3 full tanks in it.
Oh wow, that's
and
it.
Which was like what? Was it like $20?
So the first one was $20 to fill it up. The second time was $10 for a half tank. Third time was $10 for a half tank. The last time was to fill it up. And then we stopped in and I put in I don't know, $5 to make sure it was full so we didn't get charged.
Oh wow, yeah.
That's cool. Well over 600 miles. We put maybe $50 into the car.
Wow, that's
maybe.
like less than $10 for...
I did, however, get a speeding ticket, so...
Christopher heard you say comedy class car.
Yeah, there were clown shoes in it and everything.
Comedy class
I would have done some clown murdering if there were clowns in the car, though, but there weren't, so it worked out in our favor.
When you press the horn, it does circus music.
Yeah. I would do like the honking noise, but my voice is still screwed up from coughing. Crystal, what are you doing?
Hey, Crystal wants to take over the show.
She wants to be the new Frank.
Let's see. John says I didn't like the Batman and Harley flick. Let's see. The ending was so bad it was funny. It's true. The ending was terrible. It was. I mean, I did laugh about it. I did totally laugh. The scene where Harley convinces Ivy to not do what she's doing by using her nuclear decision or whatever, and it's just
the nuclear option.
Yeah, the nuclear option.
Nuclear option.
Like that cracked me up. I thought that was hilarious. But yeah, just in general, like Swamp Thing appearing and then disappearing. Like what? What? That was messed up.
I took it for what it was, which was just dumb.
Yeah.
And I had fun with it being dumb.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
But I'm probably never going to buy that film or watch it again.
Yeah.
It was a good one-time dump.
If you want to watch it, watch it. I mean, there are some pretty neat parts, I guess.
There was some nostalgia hearing, like, you know, all the old voices they could get back, you know?
Yeah. I wasn't a super big fan of the way Harley was portrayed. Just the direction the voice actor was given, I don't think was that great, personally. And then John also says that I also didn't like the Nightwing Harley quickie. That was
funny.
Like, I could see how people could be angry about it, but I found it hilarious because Batman's always getting laid, and it's not always with heroes. So why can't Nightwing have that? I mean, it was kind of rapey. It was kind of rapey on Harley's part, a smidge.
But like right before, like she totally went for it. Like he was like, "All right."
I mean, well, yeah, that's entirely true. And wearing spandex that doesn't leave much to the imagination. So, yeah. But yeah, it was kind of a disappointing movie. Atomic Blonde, however, was fabulous.
Batman and Batmanerer.
Batmanerer. But yeah, Atomic Blonde was fantastic. If you guys haven't seen that movie, fucking watch it. It's great.
Like we watched some crappy airplane censored version where they took out the blood and they blurred the butts. But
and the boobs. And the boobs.
Oh my god!
Don't forget the boobs.
But I mean, like, I get it because like,
they didn't take out too much blood. There was no way they would have been able to block out a lot of them.
No, but like there was one part where a dude's like where like you could hear like blood pouring out of him, but like you couldn't see anything. And
like,
that's right. Yeah, stuff like that, or like people getting shot in the head and then you see their head and there's like no damage whatsoever. It was like it was like playing like a really old first person shooter where like there's no actual damage done. They just kind of fall over.
Yeah, that's true.
So, but yeah, no, story wise and action wise and all that stuff. Amazing.
It was great. John Goodman was fabulous in that movie.
Yes.
I think John Goodman is amazing in general.
Hmm?
Yeah, I love John Goodman.
So, yeah, he did a great job in that movie. I liked him a lot in that role for sure. But yeah, it was a great flick. Definitely fucking watch it for sure. Definitely. It was very highly stylized, which is something I don't know. I really like it when movies get really stylized.
It was set like in the 80s and it was very 80s like
1989. It was supposed to be
around the time the Berlin Wall fell.
like 10 days before the wall fell.
So yeah. Cool stuff.
Oh yeah, and also let's see. Earlier today on our YouTube channel, we released a crossover with Nostalgia Critic with me and John over the Philips CDI, and it's actually been going over pretty well.
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
I'm awful.
Apparently. Well, we're not like part of the YouTube part of the game like ever anymore. Like right. So, like that's like you and John's territory, like entirely. Right. So it's been going over really well.
Yeah, it's been going over really well, and we actually did get a funny comment. Well, because like the majority of the music I used in it was Chris's music,
right?
And so then like one person was like, so like one person was like, "Oh, the music sounds like amateur porn music," and then
I saw this conversation on Twitter.
Yeah, I saw that too. I told you to leave YouTube because it's like an abuse of X.
That's so funny. And like Chris was all like, "Well, I don't know what kind of porn they're watching."
And like I replied to the guy saying, I knew you guys would be shipping me and John now."
That's good.
Thanks, Gabe. Yeah. So Yeah, it's been going. Yeah, it's been going over pretty well. I sent it to Doug, and he liked it. So he advertised it on his Facebook page, and we got a couple more. Yeah, we got a couple more crossovers with Doug coming later this year. So
sweet.
Yeah. Joe says, "I wish amateur porn music sounded like that." No, there's that one tune that Christopher put together. Like, I'm just imagining there's some sort of setup going on, and you should burp, burp. Burr, burr, burr,
oh,
burr,
God.
burr, burr,
yeah, actually, we're using that. Yeah, that's in the video.
Oh, see, now, honestly, if you're going to be hearing music like that in porn, I feel like it's going to be something I wouldn't want to be watching in regards to porn. Just probably some kid and stepmom sort of thing, or worse. No, I'm good. I'd rather watch adult porn with real porn music in it.
What? So, did Doug say anything about John's part? Have you gotten any feedback from him yet?
No, not really. I just sent him and he would say yeah, cool. I'll definitely share it out. I just haven't asked him for general feedback. Usually when I talk to Doug, it's pretty brief. But Doug's a cool guy though.
No worries.
Yeah, I mean.
So, anywho, we have a segment to get to now that we've caught up. And that segment is...
Have we caught up? We didn't talk about how cold it was back home.
Yeah,
I did
briefly mentioned it because Gabe was talking about it.
Oh, that's right.
And I also ate a lot of Chinese and Filipino food.
What? You ate Filipino food?
Yeah.
And, well, I know you eat Chinese food, but Filipino food?
Yeah, I had the good Filipino food.
But you're like the cheeseburger kid.
Yeah, that is true.
That's like a cowboy name.
Yeah,
the cheeseburger kid.
Cheeseburger kid.
Like Ryan's got this big 10-gallon hat on. He's got cheeseburgers, these little holsters.
Kid. Oh, that's adorable.
Draw some cheeseburgers.
And his shirt is red and yellow, like mustard and ketchup. And
he's got a sheriff badge on, and it's made out of Swiss cheese.
Yeah.
Yes. And his pants are yellow with red stripes down the side and tassels.
Or no, it should be green for the lettuce.
Yes. And I don't know, sesame seed boots.
Sesame seed boots.
Yeah, I like this.
Yeah, so no. So the 10-gallon hat could be sesame seed bun as well as the boots, so it's like a burger.
He's the cheeseburger kid. He's a walking sandwich.
Exactly.
Well, I think this will be my next cosplay now.
You're just going to be walking around.
Cheeseburger kid.
Cheeseburger kid. You're walking around like a cheeseburger cowboy.
So yeah. Oh, and Christopher says about his music, 8-bit deep dick.
Ooh.
So okay.
Write me up a sample, Chris.
Yes, make that song, 8-bit deep dick. I will share it out.
Chemical Bubbles can perform it.
Chemical Bubbles with their new lead singer. Anyway, so I have a question for you guys. What you playing?
I'm not playing anything right now.
Why is that?
Because I was playing Age of Empires 2. Bought that on Steam.
I love Age of Empires.
So I had been really wanting it. I saw it on sale for Steam. I looked, and it was a bad idea. My lovely, lovely other half bought it for me. So I came and started playing that. Then I went back to work for the first time, and some of my coworkers was talking about how they purchased the Don't Starve Mega Pack off of Steam. And they've been playing Don't Starve, and they've been loving the absolute shit out of it. And I got really excited because they said it was super hardcore on sale, and I totally get it. And I've been wanting to play Don't Starve. I've just not gotten it because that's how I am. I just don't buy things. And so I said, fuck it, I'm going to go home and buy it. It was less than $13 for Don't Starve, Reign of Giants, Don't Starve Shipwrecks, and apparently 2 copies of Don't Starve together. So went ahead and bought it. Super excited to boot that shit up. The games won't launch.
Oh, man, that sucks.
The only one that'll launch is Shipwrecked. And honestly, if I'm going to be playing Shipwrecked, I should be getting all my money back so I can just buy just that copy. So I was really pissed off about it. I did a little bit of troubleshooting, but I was too angry about it, so I just kind of put it away. So the next day I got up, I did more troubleshooting, I went through and I did a bunch of stuff, and they still won't launch. So I was like, all right, fine, fuck it, I'll just get a damn refund. But every time I try to get a refund, Steam's like, we're sorry, our servers are too busy. We cannot process your refund right now. Try again in a few more minutes. And I'm just like, wow, fuck you. Damn. And now they're like, now whenever I do it, they're like, oh, you should probably contact the developer of this game to get your money back because we can't do it. And it's just like, fuck you, Steam, give me my damn money back. And even better, I wasn't charged the 12-something that it was supposed to be. The refund button keeps trying to give me $20. I checked on the card. It didn't take $20, but there's a couple extra charges there for random $1 charges. And it's like,
damn.
Fuck you, Steam. Give me my shit back. So I'm pretty ticked off about that. So I haven't been playing anything in the last couple of days because that's what I wanted to play and it got ruined for me. And now I don't even care. I don't even want it. I just want my damn money back. That's all I want. So, damn you, Steam.
Damn Steam.
But that's what I'm playing. Is the game of hating Steam right now.
See, Rain Goddess says she finally got to play Breath of the Wild.
Hey, hey, Emmanuel.
So...
Hello! Breath of the Wild. It's amazing. Keep playing it.
Yep, I've been playing that.
Yes.
I've been playing that lately, too.
I still have to do the last little bit to get the damn motorcycle.
Okay.
But...
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
Well, anyways, yeah. So, what I've been playing... So, with my sisters over, we played a lot of Mario Kart on the Switch. Like, a whole ton of Mario Kart. And
I guess you really like having a broken up family.
Yep. And also, like, my sister and her boyfriend got me a whole bunch of, like, a whole bunch of Nintendo eShop cards, and I got Rocket League for the Switch. I got...
Sweet.
I got Monopoly.
I like your sister's boyfriend.
I got Monopoly for the Switch, which was equally as brutal as Mario Kart. Monopoly was brutal. Very, very brutal.
Yeah, that's how families get into feuds.
I had them play some VR games. Well, I just had them play the Ocean Trek one on like PlayStation VR Worlds, and then like they watched me play Resident Evil 7, and like they were the ones who got scared because I already knew where all the scares were.
All right, yeah.
And also, I had to reformat my computer over the week because my graphics driver just like died. So I was able to fix it. So I got my VR stuff working again with the Oculus and the Vive. So I was actually playing a lot of Star Trek Bridge Crew.
Oh,
and it's amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
Jeez, you hear my voice crack? I'm like a prepubescent boy. Jesus Christ.
If I can properly get it working on Twitch, I could probably play it this weekend. I actually broke the treaty with the Klingons. So
why would you do that?
I'm kind of in trouble there.
Broke the treaty with the Klingons.
Let's see, I've been playing Zelda Breath of the Wild. Let's see, I beat the first Hero's Trial, where I had to kill one of the bosses, and then now I'm on the second Hero's Trial. So I still have a pretty long way to go before I get the motorcycle. Okay, yeah, I'm getting there, but I've still got a bit to do. Let's see, Stardew Valley. I actually got married in Stardew Valley.
Whoa, moving right along, ain't you?
And so I don't have kids yet, but hey, my farm's growing pretty big. So
kids are a huge responsibility. I think you need to really consider that.
Yeah. It's a big responsibility.
I mean, you're a big kid yourself. So.
Yeah. Well, like my dad always said, don't be a kid raising kids.
Yes.
There you go.
Don't do that. Let's see. Chris says that a very large percentage of my Steam games seem like they needed alterations to get them to run. And you know what? That's depressing. I shouldn't have to. I'm sure you agree, and everybody would agree, that when you buy a damn game and you download it and it installs and you start running it, like, it should fucking work.
Yeah, exactly.
And that just sucks. It just sucked the air out of my little fun balloon, and I just shut up. And so yeah, I totally feel you. Like, it makes me want to not get stuff on Steam in the future, and especially with a game like Don't Starve. You think they'd have that shit kind of figured out. It's kind of a really popular game, but whatever.
Yeah, actually about the game Gabe is mentioning, I've always been interested in like Fortune Street, but I haven't played it yet.
I've never heard of Fortune Street.
I also know they have an English version of it too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Joe says the only reason that he knows of Fortune Street is because of that Mario one. Yeah. Also, the only reason he knows about cereal. In general.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Fortune Street is like a Mario and Dragon Quest crossover, or I don't really know.
And Christopher says that's why he prefers consoles, because there's so much variation. between PCs.
Yeah.
And you know, and that's another thing is that, like, I've always said I'm not a PC gamer, and the few times that I'm like, okay, I'm totally going to get a PC game, it's something always bites me in the ass. Like, and this time was the fact that almost all but one of the games just simply won't fucking work. And it's like, you know, I don't know the exact specs of this computer, but honestly, if if the computer is able to run a game that is most recently, like, put out for this series, but it can't run the fucking first one, it's not the computer's fault.
Yep.
It just isn't. You know, so fucking PC gaming.
Yeah. Yeah, even if you have a high-end PC, like even the easiest game to run, might not work sometimes.
Yeah.
That's PC gaming for you.
As for me, I'd downloaded before going on our trip Final Fantasy Tactics,
awesome game.
War of the Lions, so it's the PSP remake, with the better translation and all that.
And like the lag when you actually cast spells.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got to about the third battle. The one where you meet the blonde guy.
Yeah.
And
Algus
you
Arga,
choose like whether or not you want to save them or whether you're just like kill the dudes, right? And the little blonde dude, he keeps running into danger and getting himself killed, which causes an immediate game over, and I can't control him.
Well, he's an asshole anyways.
So I didn't get past the third battle before I rage quit, and then we were just busy our whole trip, and then I watched movies on the way back.
Yeah, like we were like, oh, should we take the Switch? Like, should we take a DS? We ended up settling on taking the Vita. We never even touched it.
Yeah, we were just too busy. We didn't have as many days as we did last time.
To just sit around and do nothing.
Yeah.
It was almost every other day we were driving somewhere.
And we decided on not taking the Switch with us because at my dad's house there was going to be like a dozen small children.
Yeah.
Like 7 and under. And
how old is Amari now? Like 8, 9?
Okay, so maybe he's like...
Well, he's like the oldest by a couple of years.
Yeah, but like all the rest of the kids are like... They're like small and young enough that they can all climb on different parts of me at once and I still can't fall over.
Yeah.
So...
And then they all got in trouble for doing that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like it was definitely... These kids are old enough that they know what video games are when they see it. So, like, whenever we went home last time and you had your 3DS, oh, man, all the kids were just like, oh, gimme. Let me play.
Totally.
Gimme. And so, like, they would have known 100% what a Switch was, and they would have been like, oh, my God, I haven't been able to play it.
Yeah, Rain Goddess, you're right. Like, small kids and a Switch? Nope.
Yes. Especially since we don't have a screen protector on our Switch. We don't even really protect it from scratches.
We rarely take it out of our home anyway. Like there was I was at the dentist and she was there to drive me back, and she brought it with her then to play in the dentist office. And I've done the same thing when she goes to the dentist, and
Yep.
Yeah, well, I always bring mine to work, and there's only one kid that plays it, and that's me.
I did notice that whenever we were getting on the flight back from Detroit, whenever we got on the second plane, that there was a guy that was playing something on his Switch. I didn't notice what he was playing, but I did see that he had a Switch, and I was all like, I feel you, bro. I feel you. Switch for life, Right?
All right, so we all know what we're playing now. And thank you, everyone in the chat, for chiming in with what you're playing, too. Because, well...
Conversation. It's nice.
Because we love you.
Yep, we love you all.
So, anyway, we're going to be moving on to our first topic for the evening. Yes.
Before that, I just want to say Happy fucking New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
It is day 2 of 365. So far, nothing majorly disastrous has happened. Let's try and keep it that way. Kick 2018 in the balls and as revenge for 2017. Okay, that's what we're doing this year. We're kicking 2018 in the balls.
Exactly.
Even though 18 doesn't have balls. I mean, she has Dragon Balls when she needs them. She has boobs. Anyway, Dragon Ball. Moving on.
We will be talking a little bit about Dragon Ball tonight, but we'll get to that. Also, before we move on, Gabe says, I was recently given a Sega Dreamcast and games burnt with CDRs. And Christopher says, I'm playing all the games.
All the games.
Mainly,
Sega
it looks like
Dreamcast. Someone gave you a doorstop? That's rude.
Hey, I still got my Dreamcast too.
Still waiting on that Dreamcast 2.
Right.
So, and...
Mega Man X, that's a good one,
Mega
Gabe.
Man X.
Really awesome.
You want to
game,
talk
Gabe.
Mega Man, you talk with this guy
talk
right
with
here.
me.
This guy's got the Mega Man helmet and everything. So
he just sits around in his apartment.
His
mom comes home and
all
it's
the time.
oh, hi, Ryan.
Like I want him to wear it while playing Mega Man on the Friday and Saturday shows that he does.
Yeah, well, when I start playing Mega Man on the show.
You need to.
Okay, very soon.
This guy's good at Mega Man. He's hiding it. I mean, like, he's not hiding it well. Look at this top bar here. It's Mega Man themed. Like, come on. So, anyway. And have you seen some of the shows that he's done? Like, on the YouTube channel? Mega Man. Straight up.
It's a Mega Man.
So, we reenacted a scene from one of the Mega Man X games as an episode of a thing a long time ago.
Yep.
So, anyway. First topic for 2018. Final Fantasy, The Ride.
Ooh, yay!
So, what was it? Universal Studios in Japan?
Yep. Universal Studios Japan.
Universal Studios Japan is coming out with something called Final Fantasy, The Ride. Now, it's not like this huge roller coaster or anything like that. Like, it's not like the Top Gun one at Kings Island or something, you know, where you just hear Danger Zone over and over and over again while you go on a ride that lasts like 1 minute. What it is an XR game, XR ride. XR is like some sort of branding for their VR thing. So you get in like a roller coaster thing, you put on a VR headset and it moves around and you have your VR headset and, you know, you go through Final Fantasy. There was a 15-second teaser that I watched earlier and it was some girl in a Final Fantasy themed little car thing that was flying around, and she was flying around through Cloud and Sephiroth fighting like Advent Children style.
Yeah, in Midgar.
Yeah, in Midgar.
I'm sorry, Christopher. They did not genetically create chocobos.
I wish.
I apologize.
They did show some chocobo.
Yeah, chocobos.
it like for like 1 second in the thing. So if you want to like go to Japan and just to throw on a VR headset.
So my question is, since you get into this ride and you put on a VR headset,
yes,
is whenever you take off on the ride, is it just like a blank drab tunnel because you have a headset on?
No, like you're not even like really moving for real.
Okay,
like it's a stationary car. Like, you know those things that they used to have I'll bring up Kings Island or whatever, you know, like Universal, like you have the movie theaters and you have the seats that move and all that. Yeah. It's sort of like that.
Yeah.
You're wearing a VR headset.
You were making it sound like you actually went places.
No. Like,
and so that I was imagining this really sucktastic roller coaster
I was
because you're wearing a VR headset, you can't see anything.
I was trying to set up this image of like, you know, like when you go to... When you would like outside of grocery stores back in the day, they would have like maybe like a little rocket or a horse or something like that. And you put the quarter or the penny in, and it kind of does this. Yeah. That's sort of, but like that with the VR headset. Like you get on the horse and then you put on the VR headset. And it's like, and you see like cheeseburger cowboys everywhere. And so it is. Yeah, Joe, it's like the VR pods at your local mall.
Oh yeah, like also Chris says like the Golden Saucer roller coaster. So I wonder if they're gonna have like a VR Golden Saucer thing where you can actually go out on a date with it with any of the Final Fantasy VII characters.
You're already married in that one game you're playing.
Well, but
I don't know. Do marriages cross games?
Well, who knows?
Well, it depends on how serious your wife is.
I know people can get arrested for awful things, for cheating on their video game spouses.
I do know. I do know in Final Fantasy VII, like you can like hang out with Barrett rather than dating any of the girls on the Ferris wheel.
Hang out with Barrett.
That was not hanging out. That was you were like at the end of that date, you were polishing his gun.
Whoa, which one?
That's the question.
That's the question. That's always the question.
Both. Both.
Both.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna say both is good because Barrett's not my first choice. So.
Well, and also like, yeah, like VR.
Christopher says, "What happens in another universe stays in another universe, except if you go to North Carolina."
Oh yeah, well, also like you can do like VR like chocobo racing in like the casino, and then you can do like like, and also like in Final Fantasy VII when you're escaping Midgar for the first time on the motorcycles, they can do VR of that too.
I still randomly listen to that song sometimes from that segment. Like, that was a really badass song.
Yeah, and it would be cool if they give you like some kind of like VR like like VR controllers, and then you can just whack Shinra soldiers on.
But like, imagine we're like sitting next to each other though. We have our own VR headsets and our own controllers, and I'm just like,
and that awesome music is playing.
Yeah. I wonder if they'll also give you the option to wear like a wig. So you like put on the VR headset and you have like a cloud wig on.
No. The VR headset has a cloud wig
attached to it. Or you put like a Sephiroth VR wig headset.
Yeah. That would be really long.
Oh yeah, so like all of your relatives are like taking like selfies of you as Sephiroth and Cloud.
Oh my god! You know what they should do? Okay, you've seen the picture of the guy wearing a VR headset and they had the big googly eyes on it. Like, yeah. They should totally do that, but like with like the character eyes on it, like the anime eyes for like the video game characters.
Yeah, that would be.
But also make them googly eyes because that'd be hilarious. Give the employees something to giggle about.
Exactly. So yeah, if for some reason any of you are going to end up in Japan anytime soon, you're going to Universal. They're doing Final Fantasy, though personally I would rather go to the Dragon Ball one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but aren't they doing like they're doing Final Fantasy, they're doing Dragon Ball, and they're going to do Nintendo?
Yes.
That's the Dragon Ball one, to be able to ride that one, they should have wireless VR headsets and they should just hook you up into a harness and fling you around a room. So you're like flying around, being part of a battle or something.
Again, multiple people in the same room, and I'm imagining like wires getting crossed, like being Ryder, like and then and then we get like spun like tetherball.
Oh
man,
that would be painful.
Yeah, there's no point.
Hilarious.
There's no point in going to Disneyland anymore in Japan. Just go to Universal. All the good franchises are there now.
Good franchises.
Unless Disney buys them all
on their VR coasters. Yeah. Next thing you know, Disney buys Bird Studios, Toei Animation, Fuji TV, and Akira Toriyama himself.
Yeah.
They just freeze him and put him in a vault next to Walt Disney.
Yeah. Exactly.
So. Yeah, Joe says, put on the VR helmet and throw you off a cliff while getting shot with fireworks.
That'd be awesome.
That just sounds like a really...
That sounds like a redneck VR
situation. Redneck VR.
like, here, Dave, put on these VR glasses. You just, like, kick them off the cliff. You just, like, start shooting Roman candles at them. And be like... Block my key balls, Dave!
All right. Later, John.
Bye, John!
Later, John. So, yeah, that would be... I don't know, like... You already do firework wars, like, in the middle of nowhere.
That was tradition as a child.
So, like, firework wars, but, like, instead you have Dragon Ball VR on, and just stuff's going everywhere. It's like, I'm gonna make it more real!
Yeah, pretty much.
So... shooting bottle rockets at you and stuff. So, anyway, that's Final Fantasy the Ride. So, let's move on to our next topic. Shenmue 3.
Shenmue 3.
Or is it Shenmue 3? I don't know.
I would just call it Shenmue.
Shenmue? Okay. Shenmue.
Shenmue.
Yeah.
Shenmue.
Right?
Shenmue.
Shenmue. So, Ryan... You picked this topic out.
Right.
Neither of us have played Shenmue.
Okay.
Wait. Shenmue, I'm assuming it's about ninjas?
No.
Not really.
About samurai?
No.
No.
It's about Yakuza, right?
Yeah. Yakuza,
okay. I never in a million years would have assumed that.
And it's also having a part-time job in the game.
Yakuza and part-time job. Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, no more heroes, but less fun.
Yeah.
So, tell us about Shenmue.
Which is kind of true. Yeah, So a couple of years ago, like, there was a Kickstarter for Shenmue 3, and, a lot of people donated, and and like nobody knows what the hell is happening with the game. But the developer said, well, we're still on track to release Shenmue 3 this year in 2018. We're going to release it for the PS4 and the PC, and maybe it'll come out before Kingdom Hearts 3.
Wow. I don't know. I kind of feel like it's not hard for games to come out before Kingdom Hearts 3. Yeah. So that's not really a great bar for them to set for themselves.
I mean, as long as it doesn't take as long to develop as Duke Nukem Forever.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I think Duke Nukem Forever still has the record of 14 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hopefully this does not end up being a situation similar to Mighty Number 9.
Oh, God.
Where people threw a lot of money at it and were super stoked, and then it felt like it took, or at least there's lots of complaints about it not coming out when it was supposed to be coming out. And then it just, a lot of people were like, wow, it feels like they didn't really work on it well, lots of unhappiness in regards to it.
We hear Frank's unhappiness when he's around because he was playing Mighty Number 9.
Well, I think his unhappiness was more due to the challenge level. Because I would sit on the couch and watch him from afar, and he'd get his ass kicked. So there were definitely some parts where it didn't usually dealt with enemies. It usually dealt with environmental hazards.
Oh yeah, there's a ton.
So there seemed to be a bit of a level of challenge there. But one of the reasons why Frank said he was able to enjoy it slightly was because he didn't have any expectations for it, especially after it came out and then people were so vocally upset about it. He was like, okay, well, it was really, really hardcore cheap, and everyone said it's terrible, so if it's terrible like they said, no big deal, and if I end up liking a little bit more than what they did, it's a win for me. So
yeah, because I remember Shenmue, the first one on the Dreamcast, being half fun and half really boring. I mean, I got as far as getting to the part-time job, and that's when I kind of stopped playing the game. Although I heard the second Shenmue was definitely a lot more action-based, but I've never played it, so I hope Shenmue 3, if I ever play Shenmue 2 first, I hope Shenmue 3 kind of balances.
Well, so now that I know it's about Yakuza,
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe if the community is lucky, it'll come in a great package and be similar to, what was that, Mafia? Yeah, wasn't there a game called Mafia?
Yeah. There's a series, yeah.
So, I know that was really popular, especially a couple years ago at E3. They had a huge section.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
On the floor for it. So, I would like to think that it would do well. Nobody wants a game that they're looking forward to that they donated to completely, utterly suck balls. But, I mean, I know I've heard of it before, but like I said, it wasn't something I was interested in. And, hey, I thought it was about ninjas, so I was wrong. My
bad. Well, that's that. Still on track for 2018. Rain Goddess, you said that you had donated money to that. Hopefully you get...
Yeah, hopefully it turns out as you hope, because that would just be sad.
Totally. So, anyway, moving on to our third topic for the evening. Topics are really short compared to just the catching up this week.
Yeah, well, we were catching up.
Totally. Yeah. So, hey, Serpentine... No, I thought Serpentine Muse was here for a second. Never mind.
You got excited for no reason.
I did. But, anyway... topic number 3. Switch outsells PS2.
Whoa.
Okay.
That is really impressive.
It is really impressive.
PS2, I believe, is still the top-selling console of all time.
Hold on, I'll be back.
Okay.
Is the restroom break for me?
Ryan shall return.
We're gonna keep going. So, the PS2, I believe, is the top-selling console of all time. And in its first year, it sold a little over 3 million units. The Switch, in its first year, has sold about 200,000 more than the PS2 in its first year. thanks to Nintendo actually doing what it should and providing plenty of restocks, especially in Japan. Thanks to the Japanese market and their love for portable things and things with, gimmicks and features like exactly what the Switch has, the thing that's made it stand out from all the other super powerful consoles, it has been a super successful year for Nintendo and the Switch, which is really good coming off of what happened with the Wii U, of course. So it's sort of like, Nintendo has really made its way back around, and hopefully, the Switch continues to do those kind of numbers, because I would love for just everyone to have one and for tons of games to come out for it.
I feel like because it did outsell the PS2, I feel like that really makes a big mark on how well this system's going to continue doing, because the PS2 was a very formative system for a lot of people. I did have a PlayStation 1, but I didn't start getting my own sense of self in terms of the kind of video games I played until I got a PS2. That PS2 was mine. It wasn't a hand-me-down. It was mine. Nobody else had owned it before me. And same thing with the games that I got. I got some games from my cousin that he didn't want anymore, that I was more interested in. But most of the games that I got on the PlayStation 2 were mine, and I bought them because I wanted them. I was interested in them. I played the fuck out of them. The PlayStation 2 is a very important system, and I feel like it outselling the Switch, outselling the PlayStation 2. It has big shoes to fill, and I think it's going to do a fantastic job.
Yeah.
And since it's outsold the PlayStation, they're going to keep putting games on it. They're going to keep coming out with new content, and gaming developers are going to be looking to have their game put on this system. And I think it's cool as fuck to be able to witness such a thing, and I sincerely hope that it ends up just getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and fucking bigger. And I can't wait to see what other kind of shit ends up coming out. And you know what? I'm not talking just rehashes of games, sequels to games that have already been around for a long time. Oh, it'd be so cool to have this on Switch. I want original shit, and I know we're going to get it. And that's what I'm really excited about. That's my take on it. So.
The popularity of it also, to me, says third-party developers will be more interested going forward. We've already gotten some good third-party games so far, but it's always been something you have to fight for, or something that's going to come later. Now, hopefully they'll actually go, oh, hey, we can do cool stuff with this. Everybody will. What do you think, Ryan?
Yeah, I think it's actually pretty amazing, because I never thought in a million years the PS2 would ever be outsold. I've owned I'm on my third PS2 right now. I owned two in the past, because both of them broke down because I played the hell out of them. Uh-huh. I really, really played the hell out of them.
It was also my my DVD machine.
Yeah,
mine too. Yeah, my first DVD player too. So yeah, that just proves how much we all love the PS2.
Yeah, hopefully it keeps up that steam, and hopefully it produces the game library that it deserves, and the online services that it deserves. There's a new Nintendo Direct coming on the 11th.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll get some announcements about things like online and more games being developed and whatnot. And if there is some good news that comes out of it, maybe we can talk about it on here.
Yep.
So, yeah. If you haven't gotten your Switch yet, do so. It's a wonderful console. It's also a wonderful handheld.
And it's a lot easier to pick up. Yeah, it's a lot easier to pick up now too.
Yeah, it is.
It's everywhere.
So
which definitely is great. Normally Nintendo comes out with something, and within the same span of time, the next year comes around, and everyone's all like, "Oh wow, I can't find this system anywhere. Why is that, Nintendo?" And they're like, "Oh, we're totally struggling to meet demand," and everyone's all like, "You're full of shit." And then people will be like, "Oh my god, I found this one console out in the wild," and everyone's like, "Holy shit, where was that?" And you're like, bum fucking nowhere. And
that's where I bought my Wii.
And then it's like,
bum fucking nowhere.
And then it's like, sweet, do they have any more? It's like, not in another 50,000 mile radius. So, good job, Nintendo, for actually, you know, working on this one.
Exactly.
Because it worked out extremely favorably for you.
Good job, Nintendo.
Good job. You
are now top dog again. You haven't been top dog for a long time. You are now top dog again. Good job.
Gabe says, never doubt Nintendo, everyone. And also, not everything is like an amiibo.
Yep.
Which I've never even done anything with amiibos.
The only thing that we've done with amiibo is do a sketch comedy piece about one that Joe wrote. Like back when like the amiibo craze was going on.
Oh yeah, like using my amiibos too.
Yeah, using your amiibo, and so yeah. So top Nintendog is what Joe says.
Hey, Nintendogs was a great game, okay?
Yes, very much so.
I enjoyed it.
I did too.
Yeah.
So anyway, we got one more topic. I did say we were going to come back around to Dragon Ball tonight, and we are, because Dragon Ball FighterZ is getting a second beta. A second beta that is coming out, I believe, at the same time as Street Fighter V getting its update.
Well, I think I know what we're playing.
Right?
Yeah, so, Street Fighter V seems great.
Constant. It's a good thing that right now I don't have a lot of work going on, because now all I'm going to do is play a game.
Exactly. And I
mean, I should be finding more work, but... Yeah.
Like, so there's going to be on... It's January 14th and 15th, there will be an open beta for Dragon Ball FighterZ. If you have pre-ordered the game, specifically digitally, I can't remember how the physical copy of that all that works, but digitally...
Well, I think the physical one's like a day later after the digital.
Okay, well, see, then that's just the regular open beta.
Yeah.
If you pre-ordered the digital copy, which I pre-ordered both the physical and the digital, you can get early access on January 13th, starting at midnight Pacific time, which is 3 a.m. Eastern time. And, they will open up a beta with, hopefully, a later build than the one that they did for the last beta, so that we can get a few more characters, a few more settings, maybe get to try out that... they had the arena in the last one also. I was watching Team 4 Stars, like, YouTube upload of their stream on all that. And... I'm super excited for FighterZ, and it's really interesting that in order to compete, they're coming out with one more beta, like, right before the game comes out, during the same time that Street Fighter V is getting its update. Yeah, it's free update.
Yeah, like, it just wants to knock out every other fighting game.
And I'm okay with that.
I mean, I'm sure it will. I have no doubt in it, because... Oh my god, so fucking pretty.
It is amazing.
But I will say that I am pretty stoked for the Street Fighter stuff. Because
I am.
Arcade mode! Finally! It's a fucking fighting game. It's supposed to have arcade mode. What the shit?
And they're finally bringing in Sakura.
I don't care about that. She's annoying. Whatever.
Sure, Ken.
Shut up.
But yeah, so Dragon Ball FighterZ has an open beta on January 14th, January 15th. Get in on it if you got the time. I actually have the 13th and the 15th off of work.
Okay. That's cool.
And then I have January 26th and 27th, the first 2 day FighterZ is out. I have those days off too. So
did you ask for those days off?
Yes. Well, I didn't ask for the 15th off. I asked for the 13th off for the beta. I asked for the 26th off. I didn't ask for the 27th. It was just given to me. And then I was asked for Super Bowl Sunday off.
All I know is that the next time I'm scheduled for work is this coming Saturday. I almost had a Sunday shift. That didn't happen. Nothing has come up for Saturday. If necessary, I'll have to start picking up at the restaurant. But I do plan on using this time this week that I have off to find new work. More work. Better work. More steady work for this time of year, I guess. So...
Yeah, catering events kind of slow down around this time of year.
Yeah.
So, let's see. But
we did have a wedding on Saturday. So
at least there's that. But yes, all three of us are super excited for FighterZ.
Yes.
Frank is not here, but
so stoked. He's also really excited about it, which he never gets excited about anything.
No, like he played some Xenoverse 2.
Besides cookies.
He created his own character and everything, and he played it some. But I know he's going to play our copy of Fighters, and I know we're going to play against each other, and we're going to play against each other on our respective streams. He'll be streaming from this channel. I'll be streaming from mine, which is Kendamu. We'll be playing together on Kendamu. Me and Frank will be playing together on Kendamu. I'm going to try and bring other friends in to play on Kendamu.
And also, I pre-ordered the collector's edition, so like when it comes out, I will be doing a live unboxing on the BattleGeek Plus Twitch channel, probably on the 26th, and then I'll be playing with you on the 26th.
Exactly, and you'll want to watch his live unboxing, and me, I've got digital, and I've got like the mega ultra super everything version that costs like over $100, but doesn't have any actual physical crap with it to take up space. Super excited for that.
I think it would be super awesome if they ended up adding in a feature. I don't know if it's a thing. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. Maybe it will be eventually. But I do like being able to like crazy customize a character visually. I really fucking loved it whenever they let you do that in Tekken, and that was a big driving force for me playing a lot of it. Especially like 4, 5, and 6 also.
I would like at least like custom colors, like Super Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, I would assume they would do custom colors, but but to be able to run around and I don't know, do whatever kind of system they want to set up for, like, you know, maybe doing arcade or whatever, or giving you certain goals to meet, and I don't know, you just get different pieces of clothing. Like, how badass would it be to have Goku in like a Monkey King suit? Like,
that would be so
rad. Would be so fucking cool as shit.
Or Gohan, like at the end, like during the first ending of Dragon Ball Z, like right at the end of Zenkai Power, like it cuts to him like standing on a dragon and he's wearing the Sayuki stuff.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
That would be super rad. So, and not related to anything, Frosty Snow 95. Why does grape flavor smell the way it is when actual grapes don't taste or smell anything like it?
Purple's a weird flavor. I don't know.
Yeah.
Did everything taste like purple for a second? All right. Anyway, that's all the gaming news we have for this week. We are going to be ending the news portion of this now, the podcast recording portion, and we are going to start playing some Nidhogg here in a couple of minutes. First, we got to close out the podcast, though, but stick around. So here's what we do. Ryan, tell us when you're going to be on Twitch again, and tell us about YouTube.
All right, so yeah, you can watch our YouTube videos at youtube.com/BattleGeekPlus. You can go there right now and see a crossover with the Nostalgia Critic, me, and our pal Magnatrix did, who's one of the moderators of our chat. And also, we do game reviews on there. We post video versions of the podcast on there, so make sure you subscribe and like our videos. And I play on Twitch every Friday and Saturday, and this Friday I'll be playing the Fist of the North Star PS2 game because I just finished reading all the manga of that series. Very awesome series, but super, super violent, so I can kind of see why it didn't come out here in full, but I hope Viz picks it up. But yeah, then I haven't decided what I'm going to play on Saturday yet. I do want to play something VR related, but maybe later this week I'll make some kind of announcement. So yeah.
Hey, we got a new follower.
Oh, hey. Big thanks for the follow.
That would be Dragon Snack something. It's hard to see. It should pop up on
our
here.
Our TV's too small for our new apartment. We're sorry if we're unable to read your name.
Let me see if I can find him.
But thank you. That's the greatest thing ever.
Thank you for the follow.
That would be...
And anyways, I would also just like to say, 2018, our YouTube content, our Twitch content, we're going to be... a lot wackier this year. I guarantee it. Everything's going to go a little more extreme. Kind of like the old, we're going to combine our reviews a bit with, the old BattleGeek Plus comedy. That's all I'm going to say.
So okay. Cool. So, I don't know. I think that new follower was Digital Monk Gaming?
Maybe.
I don't want to call you out if you're just lurking. Sorry about that. But... That's the other stuff we have. Otherwise, Friday and Saturday nights?
Yeah, Friday, Saturday nights.
You do Twitch here. We're going to be doing some gaming here in just a couple of minutes. But for those of you that are just listening to the podcast, we will see you next Thursday For those of you listening live on Tuesday, stick around. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
Bye.
Bye.
Later.